Blood trickles from my nose as the radio screams static. My ears pop, pressure building inside my skull. It's 2:17 a.m. I squint through the windshield, knuckles white against the steering wheel. Navigation's gone dark. Static buzzes from the radio. No stations, just white noise that rises and falls like breathing. I've driven this highway weekly for 5 years, but never seen fog this thick, this alive. Something flashes through the murk, a sign. Exit 20th and B. I've passed exit 27 countless times. There is no 27B. Yet there it is, green reflective letters cutting through grey nothing. My turn signal clicks in the silence. No cars behind, no cars ahead. Just me and an exit that shouldn't exist. My hand moves without permission. The wheel turns. I take the exit. The fog parts like theatre curtains. My car rolls into what should be a simple rest area, but isn't. A vast parking lot stretches before me. Empty yet. Perfect. Too perfect. Fresh painted lines. Not a single crack in the asphalt. Centered in this concrete sea sits a strip mall. Lights humming behind darkened windows. The stores all closed but somehow waiting. My phone shows no signal. GPS frozen on a blank grid. The clock reads 2:38 a.m. I need directions. Just park. Just ask someone. Just get back to the highway. Simple. The lot feels endless as I drive across it. My headlights sweep across storefronts. Familiar logos warped just slightly. Letters misaligned. Colors wrong. I park beneath a flickering lamp. The bulb buzzes, wet and electric, like insects trapped in glass. My footsteps echo too loudly across the asphalt. Each step feels watched. The convenience store's automatic doors slide open with a pleasant chime that sounds rehearsed. Nobody at the register. Shelves fully stocked. Floor freshly waxed. The ceiling lights flutter at the corners of my vision, never when I look directly at them. Hello? My voice sounds wrong here. Flat. Like it can't travel past my lips. The air conditioning hums in perfect pitch with the fluorescence. Something moves at the end of aisle 3. A figure in a red vest. Too tall. Too still. Name tag I can't quite read. Welcome, it says, mouth moving half a second after the sound. You've been expected. I back toward the exit. The doors don't open. I push through the doors manually. They resist, then give way with a sound like disappointed sighing. Outside, the parking lot has changed. My car sits where I left it, but now it's surrounded by other vehicles, all empty, all with engines running, exhaust condensing in the cold air, no drivers in sight. Their headlights point in different directions, illuminating paths through the lot that weren't there before. I see people now, distant figures moving between stores with methodical purpose. When I approach one, they pivot to maintain exact distance between us. Their faces always just turned away. The strip mall has doubled in size. Stores extend in both directions, mirroring themselves like a glitch. Time on my phone still reads 2:38 a.m. I run back to my car. I drive, following roads that should lead away, but loop back on themselves. Every turn brings me to the same parking lot, from different angles. The buildings rearrange when I blink. The horizon is a uniform grey, with no stars, no moon, no clouds, just nothing. I pass the same coffee shop 4 times, but each has different customers frozen mid-gesture inside. My gas gauge hasn't moved. The temperature outside hasn't changed. I pull into a gas station with flickering price signs displaying impossible numbers. A woman stands by the pumps, her back to me. Her hair doesn't move in the wind. There is no wind. When she turns, her face looks normal at first, then wrong. Her features shift subtly, like they're being redrawn every few seconds. "Do you know the way back to the highway?" I ask. My words hang visible in the air between us, letters twisting before fading. She smiles too widely. "Which highway?" she asks. "There are so many ways out, none of them right." Her voice echoes though her lips barely move. "How long have you been here?" I ask. She tilts her head at an impossible angle. "Time doesn't work right here, but I still had a flip phone when I arrived." Her fingers have begun to fuse together, webbing like melting plastic. I notice others now. A man at the car wash, arms too long for his body. A teenager by the red box, eyes spaced too far apart. All watching me, all waiting. I speed away, tires screaming against asphalt. The mall grows larger every time I circle back. New wings appear, housing stores with impossible geometries. Doorways that lead to rooms larger than the buildings that contain them. Windows that show different interiors depending on the angle. I spot a motel with a vacancy sign, letters arranged in a pattern that hurts my eyes. I've been driving for hours. My phone still says 2:38 a.m. I need to rest, just for a minute. The motel office smells of chlorine and copper. The desk clerk's name tag reads backwards, then forwards as I approach. "Just passing through?" he asks, voice coming from everywhere but his mouth. Everyone is just passing through. He hands me a key with a room number that changes as I watch. "Never turn off the lights," he warns. "They get curious in the dark." The motel room looks normal at first. Bed, TV, bathroom. But the corners don't meet at right angles. The ceiling slopes inward, lower in the center than at the edges. The mirror shows an empty room until I move. Then my reflection appears, delayed by seconds. I splash water on my face. It feels thick, almost viscous. Tastes metallic. Outside the window, the parking lot has changed again. The strip mall now forms a perfect circle with my motel at the center. All stores face inward, watching. The TV turns on by itself, static, then shapes in the static, faces pressing through from somewhere else. I recognize one of them. It's me, mouth open in the silent scream. I've been here before. A knock at the door, 3 precise taps, pause, 3 more. I peer through the peephole. The hallway stretches impossibly, undulating like something breathing. A figure stands at the far end, too distant to see clearly, but somehow I feel it staring directly at me. Another knock, from inside the closet now. The air grows thick, hard to breathe. I grab my keys and run. Outside, the night has changed. The stars are back, but arranged in patterns I don't recognize. They pulse in sequence, like a countdown. My car starts, but the GPS displays impossible roads. Streets named with numbers that couldn't exist. Coordinates that don't correspond to any map. I drive anyway, have to keep moving. A billboard looms ahead, my face on it. "Welcome back," in letters that drip like fresh blood. I speed through empty intersections where traffic lights cycle through colors I've never seen before. Buildings blur past, repeating with slight variations. Like someone copying the same image over and over, errors compounding. I spot another person running between stores. I screech to a halt, roll down my window. "How do I get out?" I scream. The runner stops, normal clothes, normal face, desperate eyes. "You don't," she pants. "But there are rules. Never enter stores with blue signs after midnight. Never look at reflections in standing water. Never stop driving for more than an hour." Her watch still works, shows different time than mine. How many others are trapped here? I ask. She glances over her shoulder. Hard to tell. Some aren't people anymore. She points to a figure in the distance, proportions all wrong. And some were never people at all. I offer her a ride. She hesitates, then climbs in. I'm Ellie, she says. Been here 3 weeks, I think. She points me toward a hospital at the edge of town. People gather there, compare notes. As we drive, she explains, this place takes exits from everywhere, collects them like specimens. People too. It's growing, she whispers, eating our world one piece at a time. The hospital parking garage spirals up impossibly high, disappearing into low clouds. Inside, dozens of people huddle in the waiting room. Maps cover the walls, attempts to chart this place. Coffee and fast food sustain them. Some look normal. Others show signs of change. Elongated limbs, features sliding gradually across faces, voices that echo from mouths that aren't moving. They all look up when we enter, hungry for news from outside. An old man approaches, doctor's coat, name tag that reads differently each time I blink. Another one, he sighs. They're coming faster now. He shows me their research. This place obeys certain patterns, certain physics. They've documented the changes. How long before your reflection stops matching your movements? How long before you start forgetting the world outside? How long before the physical changes begin? Some think it's a pocket dimension, he explains. Others believe it's a living thing, a predator. He shows me photos of those who've been here longest, their bodies twisted into new shapes, faces smooth and featureless, eyes multiplied or vanished entirely. And some, he whispers, some just disappear. He points to empty chairs where people sit, invisible to me, but apparently visible to others. Alarms blare suddenly. Red lights pulse. They're coming, someone screams. The crowd scatters. Ellie grabs my arm. The staff, she hisses, the ones who maintain this place. Through the windows, I see them. Figures in uniform, moving wrong like puppets with too many joints. Their faces blur continuously, never settling. They point at the hospital, in unison. I run with Ellie to my car. The parking garage has rearranged itself. Levels interlace impossibly. We drive, tires squealing. There's a way out, Ellie insists. The exit you came in through. We race back toward where this began. The mall, the fog. Exit 27B. It appears in the distance. Relief floods through me. Then I notice something. My dashboard. The clock has finally changed. 2:39 a.m. 1 minute has passed. Ellie smiles beside me, her features beginning to shift. See you next time, she says. And I remember, I've taken this exit before, many times. Don't face the horrors alone. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. And if you want your nightmare seen, email it to stories@hallocroft.com.